Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is Raja Umar on my channel RU Speaks, and we are discussing the IGCSE O-Levels Pakistan studies, both components, history and geography, along with the IGCSE and O-Levels global perspectives in our this channel, that is RU Speaks. So subscribe, like, watch, comment, and share my channel with your fellows and in your circle. And these days we are discussing the geography of Pakistan, and we are talking about the fishing industry of Pakistan. And we have discussed the many of the issues related to the this particular topic of fishing industries Pakistan. We have talked about that, what actually the fishing is and how this industry works, and what are the different types of fishing industries in Pakistan. How the fish is being caught over there in the coastal areas, alongside the Arabian Sea, and how the fish is being caught over there in the fresh waters of Pakistan, like rivers, lakes, and streams, or even the barrages. So we are done with that one, and we have also discussed the problems of the fishing industry in Pakistan and how to resolve them. Now moving on to the issue of another very important topic that comes in your Cambridge exams, that is the fish farming. So today we are going to discuss the fish farming, that how it is done, what are the different types of fish farming, and what are the fish types which are being reared over there in those farms, and what is meant by the term sustainable fishing, and how government is trying its level best to develop the fisheries on the modern lines, so that the sustainability of fishing industry can be achieved, and to bring maximum foreign exchange to Pakistan because of the development of this industry. So we are going to talk about the fishing industry, and here we have the slide in front of us, that is the fish farming, and we're going to discuss this one, that what is meant by fish farming. In other terms, we call it aquaculture. So this is the Greek words, two words, and it is the compound word combination of two. Aqua means water, you already know that, and culture means to grow. In the medical terms or in the scientific terms, culture means to grow. So it means that growing something in water is known as aquaculture. So just like we call agriculture, agri means soil. So growing something in soil known as agriculture, and growing something in aqua, water, we call it the fish farming, growing fish. So the practice, now we are going to giving the definition of fish farming: the practice of breeding, raising, and harvesting fish in controlled environments like ponds, tanks, or cages, that is known as fish farming. So controlled conditions, it means that they are under the control of the fish farmer who has made those fish farms, and fed by that farmer, and those breeds are being or different species of fish, they are being grown, and when they are grown enough, they are taken out of that, what we call the harvest. They are caught over there from those ponds and river streams, or from those cages, and then they are weighed and supplied to the market to sell it into the market and to earn profit. And then further it goes to the export market, and Pakistan earns foreign exchange from that fish. So fish is a low fat, high protein food. So these are the characteristics of fish. Low fat, it means that there is no cholesterol in fish, but it is really very good one whenever we talk about the meeting the needs of proteins in the human body, essential for human nutrients, especially in rural diets. Fish is really very important. So fish farming is expanding rapidly worldwide and has become one of the fastest growing food production sector in Pakistan. Now people have started thinking that this one is the easier way to earn a lot of profit and to generate a lot of revenue. So people are switching their agricultural farms into their aqua farms. They have started growing fish over there, as they believe that they might be earning better if they are growing fish rather than growing crops. But they believe that crops are not really very much beneficial for them as far as the profit earning is concerned. So the types of fish farming in Pakistan. So as you can see that there are 4 different types of fish farming. That is number one, that is inland fish farming conducted in man-made ponds or natural water bodies. Most common types in Pakistan, especially in Punjab and Sindh plain areas, the rectangular ponds are constructed. As you can see in the, I will show you the examples of all these in the coming slide as well. And on the previous slide, you can also see the fish farms over here. They all are a sort of, this is the aerial view, and you can see that about few fish farms, they are over there to develop or to breed fish over there and to grow it. So rectangular farms are made by digging land, and then they are plastered with mud, all the walls, and the water is poured in, and then at times they hatch the fish over there through bringing the fish eggs from the market or from the fisheries department, or they directly bring the hatched baby fish, that is what we call pong, from the fisheries department, and they pour that baby fish into that pond, and then they start feeding it and they vaccinate it. They protect those fish from being diseased, or they may not be dying out. And when it grows to a larger sizes, I mean if we weigh it of about 2 kilograms, 2.5 kilograms, then the harvest is taken. I mean that fish is caught from those ponds, and that is weighed and transported to the market for the sake of trade, and this is how the profit is earned. So inland fish farming is like this, that the rectangular ponds are made, and they are the fish is brought over there, and that is fed, and that is vaccinated, and that is looked after, and then it grows bigger, that is transported to the market. Then integrated fish farming. Fish are farmed alongside crops or animals using shared resources like water and waste. So it means that, for example, this is the agricultural field. Here the crops are grown, and alongside the agricultural field there is the pond for growing fish. So it means that there is the integration of agriculture and aquaculture over here. So you can say that is known as the integrated fish farming. And in many areas of Punjab, and in the lower Sindh areas, central Sindh, many of the fish farms, they are established alongside the agricultural farms or the irrigated lands, and they are growing crops alongside they are growing the fish. So it means that is what we call the integrated fish farming. Then cage culture, growing fish in cages. Those cages are placed in water, in rivers or in lakes or in some water stream like some canal, and then baby fish is brought over there, and the water enters into that cage, and fish grows over there, and this is how that takes place. I will show you the example of this one in the next slide as well. Fish are raised in cages placed in rivers or canals, a newer technique being tested for better yield, as in this case the farmers, they do not need the continuous water supply. The water is available to them through the canal or through the river channel. They just place those cages over there in that water, and they just brought the baby fish over there to be poured in, and then that baby fish is fed by the farmer, and the feed is thrown over there in those cages, and fish started growing. So this is really very important and modern technique these days to get the better yield out of that fish farming. So marine fish farming, in the same way, when those cages are placed in the sea, and still in early stages of coastal provinces of Balochistan and Sindh, those cages are placed. You can say that it is also known as a sort of cage culture, but cage culture in sea. Those cages are placed in the sea, and they naturally grow that fish in that salt water. In this way, you can see that the sea fish types, they can be easily grown over there in those cages, as they survive better in that salty water of the sea or ocean. So that is another way. But in this one, the freshwater fish is reared in those cages. Over here, the marine fish is reared in those cages in the marine fish farming. So these are the four types of fish farming in Pakistan. So here are the examples. Here you can see through these pictures that over here inland fish farming, as I already explained, that the fish farmers, they make rectangular ponds over there in their lands alongside the agricultural fields. If they are making it, it means that integrated farming is being done. Just like over here in the surrounding fields, the crops are grown, and here they have made the fish ponds over there to grow fish. So here you can see that this is quite well maintained sort of fish farming is being done by making rectangular forms, and they are well managed by looking after and feeding and vaccinating and bringing fish up, leading to when this fish grows, they catch it from those ponds and that is sold into the market. So the same goes over here. You can see that certain workers are working over there in those ponds and they are catching fish with the help of the nets from those ponds, and this is how they are doing at the end of the growth of the fish. I mean, this is what we call the fish harvest. When the fish grows to such an extent that it is ready to be caught and to be sold into the market, that is known as fish harvest. As just like when the crop is fully ripened and it is harvested and thrashed, and then the grains are collected to be sold into the market. So here you can see this is a river, not too wide. We can see the land in the background. So these cages are placed in the water and the fish is reared in those cages. Baby fish is brought over here and it is fed by the fish farmer, and in all those cages. And when this fish grows to the optimum size, and through these cages those fish are caught and they are sold into the market. So that is the cage culture. And here you can see integrated alongside the agricultural fields, the fish farming is done. So it means that this is another really very important factor. This is a sort of second source of income for the agricultural farmers, that they are growing fish and they are the fish farmers as well. So that increase their income, and this is how they become a bit prosperous and they become wealthy, and they can be having more money with them to be invested in the other fields. They might be investing in the agricultural field, or they might be investing in the aquaculture as well. So here you can see this is the wider sea, and you can see that it is all sea, and the cages are placed in the sea, and then the sea fish types, I mean the fish species which grow really very well in sea or oceans, those are brought into those cages, and they are reared and they are fed and they are vaccinated, or even they are looked after, and then they are caught when they grow to the maximum size, and they are sold into the market for the sake of earning profit. So this is a modern technique, these two, but not really very much in Pakistani culture, but it is being done on the smaller scale, and it is developing. So key fish farming areas of Pakistan: Punjab, the leading in inland aquaculture with districts like Muzaffargarh, Multan. These two are in South Punjab. Shekhupura, Gujranwala, these are in the central Punjab, and Attak in the northern Punjab. Prominent. So these areas benefit from extensive irrigation system and favorable climatic conditions. These are the plus points, that they are having the sufficient water supply through the irrigation system, through the canals and through the water channels, and the favorable climatic conditions. They are really important for the sake of the growth of fish. So it means that these are really very important areas of Punjab: Muzaffargarh and Multan. South Punjab, Shekhupura, Gujranwala, they are in the central Punjab, and Attak in the northern Punjab. So in the Sindh province, notable for natural lakes and wetlands, especially in districts such as Thatta, Badin and Dadu, Lake Manchar located in Jamshoro and Dadu districts, is the largest freshwater lake in Pakistan and supports significant fish farming activities. So purely inland fishing, that is in the Manchar Lake, Kinjar Lake, and Hiliji Lake. In those lakes, the freshwater fishing is being done, and even in the at Sakhar Barrage, the fishing is being done, and at Kotri Barrage, when the water pressure decreases quite low, and in those areas the fish farming is being done alongside the rivers. So Balochistan offers potential for coastal aquaculture, as I was telling you, the marine fish farming with key harbors like Gwadar and Pasni, facilitating marine fish farming. However, developments in this region is still in nascent stages, in the earlier stages, but we believe that in future we will have really very good development of fishing industry in Balochistan province. So the last one, that is the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan, that is known for trout farming in cooler northern areas, Swat, Dir Chatral. In those regions, the trout farming is being done. Malakandvian and Mansehra Hazara. Carp culture is practiced in districts like Dera Ismail Khan, Kohat, Mardan, Swabi, and Abbottabad. So again, these are the techniques to grow fish on the modern line. So it means that again Pakistan is switching towards the modern fish farming techniques and methods, so that in lesser time more and more fish yield can be taken from those ponds and from those farms, so that more and more profit can be earned. As you know that Pakistan is having sort of subtropical climatic conditions. It means that we have quite higher temperatures over here in most part of the year. So it means that we will not be having the better climatic conditions to consume fish over here. Whatever the fish is being caught from different fish farms in Pakistan, that can be exported to the other countries to earn foreign exchange. That would be a greater benefit to the fish farmer and also for the country's economy. So here are the two maps. One is of Punjab, and you can see that in many areas of Punjab in this map, you can see that the fish farming is being practiced. So you can see here the central Punjab region, and here we have the South Punjab region, and over here in the northern Punjab region. Alongside, you can see that in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and over here in the Sindh region as well, the fish farming is being practiced. Now, advantages of fish farming: high yield on small land. On just on few farms, you can have you can have much more quantity of fish to be caught over there and to be sold into the market. More productive per hectare compared to crops or livestock. So it means that is why I have said that the agricultural farmers, they are slowly and gradually shifting towards aquaculture. They are converting their agricultural lands into fish farms, as they know that they might be able to earn more profits out of their lands if they use those lands for fish farming rather than growing crops, as the per hectare income is much higher in the fish farming field. Employment opportunities creates jobs in rural areas, especially for unskilled labor, just to look after the fish ponds, just to clean them, just to feed the fish timely, and just if they get a bit of skill, they can vaccinate the fish over there in those farms as well. So it means that all those people who are doing nothing these days in the rural areas, they can be getting some employment, some jobs over there in their own areas, and they may not be migrating to the urban areas. They may not be becoming the burden on the urban areas, and they might be reducing the rural urban migration. So alternative income source for farmers, as I was talking about the integrated fish farming, the farmers who are growing crops in their fields, they have also made a couple of fish farms over there, ponds over there in their fields as well, and they are getting two incomes, one from the agricultural production and the other one is from aquaculture. So it means that they are adding up into their income by growing fish as well. So the alternative source of income for them. So enhances livelihood and diversification and income stability. So it means that if they are having the better income just because of growing fish as well, they might be able to raise their standard of living, and they might be having the better lifestyle over there, and this might be leading to the stability of their finances. And financial stability is really very important for the sake of living better lives. So supports food security. If we are growing sufficient fish through fish farming, there can be the, you can say that we will be able to have the another really very important source of producing food for the people, so leading to the that is the leading to the food security in the country. Provides an affordable source of animal protein or to the communities. So it means that we might be providing another form of food to the people, that might be leading to the food security. Now, sustainable fishing industry in Pakistan. So how can the fishing be sustained in Pakistan? So number one, regulated fishing seasons. Now we are collectively talking about the marine fishing and the inland fishing and fish farming. We are talking about whole of the unit, that how sustainable fishing can be done, so that we might be having the better fishing facilities in Pakistan, a better fishing industry, a developed fishing industry in the long run, and for the coming generations conservation as well. So government imposes seasonal bans, for example, in June to July and even into the month of August, as these are the breeding seasons of fish, and the fishermen should not be catching fish during these seasons, very especially in the marine fishing case, to allow fish population to breed and replenish naturally, to grow naturally, and allow them that there should be the sufficient fish availability in the coming seasons. Use of selective fish gear, promoting gear that targets specific species and avoid by catching unintended species, reducing ecological damages. I mean, preventing baby fish catch. Preventing baby fish catch, so that baby fish should be allowing to grow in the better way, so that that should be a bigger and much more profitable fish available in the coming seasons, rather than catching the baby fish. That would not be really very much beneficial for the fishermen, and that would not be giving much profit to the fishermen, and that would be a waste. Marine protected areas. Designated zones like Astola Island protects marine biodiversity and help fish stocks recover. We should be providing fish to grow at the larger scale, and we should be having those protected areas, that those there should be some banned areas where the fishing should not be practiced, so that in that area, for example, we should not be allowing the fish farmers of the fishermen to catch in the mangrove growing areas, as these are the breeding grounds of the fish lays eggs over there, so fish should be allowed to lay eggs over there, so that there should be more and more breeding and growth of the fish in the coming seasons. So in this way, we are supposed to be implementing and should be allocating certain protected areas for marine fishing. So aquaculture development, the fish farming. Encouraging fish farming aquaculture reduces pressure on wild fish population and provides controlled production environment. So if people are switching towards the fish farming, it means that there would be less pressure on the marine fishing, and marine fishing should be reduced, so that there should be sufficient population growth over there of fish in the ocean or sea, so that as people might be switching to consuming the inland fish, or the fish from the fish farming, so that would be a less pressure on the marine fish, and that would grow better in the coming seasons. So community based fisheries management, involving local fishing communities in resource management, builds awareness and improves compliance with sustainable practices. It means that this is what we call the awareness campaigns to the fishermen, so that they might be practicing modern methods, and they might not be wasting the fish resource in Pakistan. So ban on harmful practices, as we observe that there are many harmful practices being done, very especially in the inland fishing alongside the rivers and in the lakes or in the water bodies. That enforcement against illegal methods like bottom trolling, dynamite fishing, and fish mesh nets that destroy young fish and habitat. So dynamite fishing, I have seen myself someone was fishing in Attak region by blasting a sort of smaller sort of crackers into the water, and that was the blow to the fish, and fish was dying, and that was coming over the surface of water, and that was being caught over there with the help of nets. I believe that was really very harmful. That was really very much, you can say in other sense, that was not really very much recommended, that fish should be caught in this way by blowing them away. So that is not very much favorable. So stock monitoring and research institutions like the Marine Fisheries Department of Sindh and Balochistan conduct fish stock assessments to ensure harvesting within sustainable limits. So training and education. So as you know that if the fishermen or the fish farmers, they are trained well enough, that would be leading to the better fish development. So fisher folk are trained in sustainable fishing methods, post harvest handling, and marine conservation. So if they are trained well in these fields, the fisheries department would definitely be benefited not only for the fishermen or the fish farmer, or for the country and for the economy of Pakistan as well. So next point is promotion of eco-friendly certification, encouraging practices that align with the international eco-labeling, for example, MSC Marine Stewardship Council can boost exports. So it means that if we look into the standardization, I mean, if we produce fish on the of better standards, we will be able to export that fish in the better way into the international market to earn maximum profit. That would be leading to the increase in our exports as well. So improved cold chain and infrastructure reduces waste and spoilage, helping fishermen gain more value per catch without increasing pressure on fish stocks. So it means that the cold storages, they are must to be built in all those areas where fish is being caught or fish is being reared or fish is being farmed. In all those areas, the fish needs a better infrastructure for the sake of the storage facilities, refrigeration facilities, so that whatever the fish catch is coming, that should not be get spoiled or get rot. So if it gets rot, it means that that would be a blow to the economy, and that should not be done. So this is all about the fish farming and sustainable fishing. So with this, we have come to the end of the unit number 5. That is the fishing industry in Pakistan. And inshallah, we will be discussing the mineral resources in our next lesson, and we will be working on it as that how the minerals are explored and how they are extracted, and what are their uses and where these minerals are located. So we'll talk about this one. Do not forget to subscribe my channel RU Speaks, Raja Umar Speaks for you, for the subjects of Pakistan studies, both components, history, geography, and the IGCSE global perspectives. Up till now, this is over from my side. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.